Let me ask you something. If today were your very last day, would you be proud of how you spent it? Most people don't like that question. It's uncomfortable. It makes you pause, because deep down you already know the truth. We waste so much of our time. Time scrolling, time waiting, time worrying, time doubting ourselves. And yet, time is the only currency we can never earn back. You can lose money and make it again. You can lose relationships and build new ones. But the moment, once it slips through your fingers, it's gone forever. So I'm here to tell you, with all the urgency in my heart, don't waste your time. Part 1, the illusion of later. We all tell ourselves the same story. I'll do it later. Later, I'll get in shape. Later, I'll write that book. Later, I'll start that business. Later, I'll tell that person how I really feel. But here's the brutal truth. Later is a lie. Later becomes tomorrow, tomorrow becomes next week, and before you know it, 10 years are gone. Think about how many times you've said, I'll start Monday. How many Mondays have already passed you by? Each one a chance, gone forever. There's an old saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. That's life. If you didn't start yesterday, then today is your only chance. Part 2, stories of regret. I once met an old man at a hospital. He was in his late 80s. His voice was weak, but his words carried more power than any motivational book I've ever read. He said, "Young man, do you know what hurts the most at my age? It's not the bones, it's not the sickness, it's time. I wasted too much of it. I thought I had more than I really did." He didn't regret the money he never made. He didn't regret the houses he never bought. He regretted the moments he never lived. The dinners he skipped with his family because of work. The dreams he put off because he thought he was too busy. The love he never spoke because he thought there'd be more time. And now, he was at the end. No more time left to wait. Do you want to feel that way when you're 80? Looking back, wishing you had done things differently? If the answer is no, then the choice is right in front of you. Part 3, small leaks sink big ships. Most of us don't waste time in huge, obvious ways. We waste it in tiny leaks. The endless scroll of social media. Another episode of a show you don't even care about. Arguing with people who don't matter. Waiting for someone else to give you motivation. Hours slip away. Days blur together. Months disappear. And suddenly, years are gone. Ask yourself, where is my time really going? Track it for 1 week. You'll be shocked, because what you do daily builds the life you get to live. If you waste 2 hours a day, that's 730 hours a year. That's more than a month of your life, gone every year. Now imagine 10 years. That's nearly a year of your life, lost to nothing. But here's the good news. If you can waste time, you can also take. Back. Part 4, the urgency of now. We think we're eternal. We think life is some long highway with infinite exits. But life is short. You don't know how many days you've got. And that's exactly why every single one of them matters. When Steve Jobs was alive, he used to stand in front of the mirror every morning and ask himself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do today? If the answer was no too many times in a row, he knew something had to change. What if you asked yourself the same question every morning? What would you stop doing? What would you finally start? Part 5, cutting what doesn't matter. You don't just need more time. You need to stop wasting it on what doesn't matter. Cut out the meaningless scrolling. Cut out the fake friends. Cut out the toxic habits that drain your energy and leave you empty. Every minute you free from what doesn't matter becomes a minute you can spend on what does. Call your parents. Work on that dream. Take care of your health. Tell the people you love how much they mean to you. You don't get these chances twice. Part 6, living with intention. Time is not meant to be killed. Time is meant to be lived. Imagine if you treated every single day as a gift. Imagine waking up with the mindset, this day is mine. What will I do with it? When you live with intention, you stop drifting. You stop waiting for someday, and you start creating the life you actually want. Remember this, every big dream is built 1 hour at a time. Part 7, Legacy over Excuses. When you're gone, nobody's gonna remember how much time you spent scrolling, binge watching, or gossiping, but they will remember how you made them feel. They will remember the work you created. They will remember the life you lived. Your legacy is being written right now by how you spend your time. So ask yourself, am I proud of the story I'm writing today? Listen, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to never waste a second of your life, but you do need to be awake, aware, intentional, because once the moment passes, it's gone forever. So here's my challenge to you. Starting today, don't waste your time. Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop saying later. This is your time, your life, your chance. And the only question that matters is, what will you do with it? Section 3, The Silent Thief, Regret. Regret is a strange thing. It doesn't show up when you're young, when you're busy, when you think life stretches endlessly in front of you. It creeps in slowly, quietly, and then one day it hits with full force. I once spoke to a man in his 80s who told me something I'll never forget. He said, I don't regret the things I tried and failed. I regret the things I never tried, the conversations I never had, the trips I never took, the love I never expressed. I thought I had time, but I was wrong. That's the cruelty of regret. It waits. It hides behind the choices we postpone, behind the dreams we shelve for later. And when later never comes, it turns into a heavy weight we can't put down. You see, wasting time is not just scrolling endlessly or sitting on the couch watching hours disappear. It's also avoiding that one phone call you should make. It's delaying the book you've always wanted to write. It's putting off forgiveness until the person is gone. It's saying, I'll start tomorrow, until tomorrow never arrives. If you don't want to waste your time, learn from those who ran out of it. Imagine yourself years from now looking back. What will you wish you had done? The power is here in this moment. Don't let regret sneak up on you. Section 4, The Weight of Small Choices. Every morning, you wake up with a bank account of 24 hours. How you spend it determines your life. The dangerous part? You don't lose your life all at once. You lose it in minutes, in scrolling, in arguments that don't matter, in chasing things that don't fulfill you. But here's the magic. Just as small bad choices rob you of life, small good choices add years back. 5 minutes of gratitude each morning can change your perspective. 10 minutes of reading daily can make you wiser than 90% of people in a decade. An hour of focused work each day compounds into mastery. The truth is, your life is not defined by one massive choice. It's shaped by thousands of small ones. Each minute is like a brick. Will you use those bricks to build a prison of wasted potential? Or will you build a foundation for something extraordinary? Section 5, Urgency. Live like it matters. Here's a sobering thought. You don't know how many tomorrows you have. We walk around like we're guaranteed 80, 90, 100 years. But life doesn't promise us that. What we have is today. This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up, to make you realize that waiting is the most dangerous gamble you can play. Ask yourself, if today were my last day, would I be proud of how I spent it? If the answer is no, then something has to change. Urgency doesn't mean rushing or panicking. It means giving weight to the present. It means saying yes to life now instead of later. There's an old saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Don't waste another day wishing you had started earlier. Start today, and years from now you'll be grateful you did. Section 6, Distractions are expensive. Let's be honest. Most people don't waste time because they're lazy. They waste time because the world is built to steal their attention. Social media, endless notifications, constant noise. It's all designed to keep you scrolling, keep you distracted, keep you consuming. But here's the truth. Every minute you give away to distraction is a minute stolen from your own dreams. You have to guard your time like treasure, because it is. Ask yourself, how many hours do I lose in front of a screen each week? What could I create with that time? Who could I become with that time? Every hour you spend distracted is an hour you could have spent building the life you want. And the scariest part is you don't even notice it slipping away. So here's a challenge. Take back your time. Turn off the noise. Give your focus to the things that matter. You know, sometimes it's not the big tragedies that steal our lives. It's the little leaks, the small hours wasted here and there. The conversations we never had because we told ourselves, I'll call them tomorrow. The projects we never started because we thought, one day I'll have more energy, more money, more time. But here's the painful truth. Tomorrow never comes. Not the way we imagine it. I remember meeting a man, an old teacher of mine. His hair was white, his hands a little shaky. He looked at me and smiled, but there was this weight behind his eyes. And he told me something I'll never forget. He said, when I was young, I thought time was like a river, flowing endlessly. Always more of it ahead. I wasted my mornings. I wasted my evenings. I wasted entire years thinking there would always be another chance. But now I'm standing at the end of the river, and I realize the water doesn't flow forever. And I wish, oh I wish, I had treated time as gold instead of water. That conversation shook me, because isn't that what most of us do? We treat time like it's endless. We scroll for hours. We gossip. We let anger take over. We sit in jobs we hate for decades because we think there will be a day we finally escape. But the truth? We don't have decades. We only have today. And today is slipping away even as you listen to my voice. Music swells slightly more urgent now. I want you to imagine something. Close your eyes for a moment and picture a giant sand timer sitting in front of you. At the top, thousands of grains of sand waiting to fall. At the bottom, a pile of sand already collected. Now here's the secret. You don't know how much sand is left. Maybe you have 50 years left. Maybe you have 5 months. Maybe less. But every second, one grain of sand falls. And it never goes back up. So the real question is, what are you going to do with the grains you have left? Because whether you waste them or use them, they're falling just the same. Pause. Music softens. I'll tell you a story about a woman named Clara. She worked in an office her whole life. She always wanted to paint. She told her friends, when I retire, I'll travel the world. I'll start painting again. I'll live my life. But you know what happened? She reached retirement age, and her health collapsed. Her hands couldn't hold a brush. Her body couldn't climb the mountains she once dreamed of. And she said something that broke my heart. I traded the best years of my life for money, and now I don't have the strength to spend it. Don't let that be you. Don't wait until your body is tired, until your opportunities have dried up, until your soul is worn out to start living. Time does not wait for you to be ready. Music shifts to a softer, hopeful melody. Now, I don't tell you this to scare you. I tell you this because I want you to live. Really live. Laugh loudly. Hug tightly. Work passionately. Rest deeply. Speak honestly. Do the things that matter to you now, not someday. Write that book. Start that business. Take that trip. Tell that person you love them. Because wasting time isn't just about scrolling or being lazy. It's about postponing the life you really want. It's about delaying your dreams until they rot away inside you. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment doesn't exist. You create it. You step into it. You make it real. Voice slows, more intimate, like speaking directly to the listener. So let me ask you, what are you waiting for? If you don't start now, then when? Tomorrow? Next week? When you have more money, more courage, more confidence? The truth is, you'll never feel ready. And that's okay. Because greatness doesn't come from being ready. It comes from acting anyway. Music swells again, hopeful and powerful. Don't waste your time waiting for life to begin. You are in it right now. This moment is life. And if you choose to honor it, to use it, to cherish it, then every second becomes precious. Every day becomes a gift. And you, my friend, will never again waste the time you've been given.